G'day guys, Jeffro here from PistonFist. Just talking to Crispy from Heavy Magazine. We're off to Europe this Sunday, Europe and the UK, for a pretty extensive 6.5, 7 week tour. And looking forward to it. How you doing, Chris?
I'm good, Jeffro. Yourself? You look all rugged up there, mate. Is it cold in your neck of the woods?
Yeah, she's getting a little bit cool in here. I don't even have the dressing gown on at this point, but I've got these ones always keep me nice and warm. So
and they don't bring that in hot flavored coffee, do they? So
yeah, coffee.
Now we got a ton of stuff to talk about in the future, mate. But before we get there, I just got to ask. We live in the past a couple of days, man. Like, how fucking good was last Thursday night playing with Cancer Bats, Bangs, and Strange Fiction at the Bright Side in Brisbane?
Yeah, what a cracker night. It was amazing. Strange Fiction first up just set the tone for a hell of a night. They were awesome. It's probably been 3 or 4 years since we played with them boys, and they've improved immensely. Really, really like them boys. And then Fangs, good lads, easy to chat to. I got on really well with Fangs. I definitely look forward to sharing the stage with them boys again. They're for me personally, I believe they're, the epitome or just where Australian heavy music should be. Them guys, even though they're not metal as such and then they weren't kind of what we do, damn, they were good and clean and tight and just on the money. And then Cancer Bats, my God. First, as soon as we turned up, they were just good guys, good to chat to, really, really got on well with them. And then when they hit that stage, my God, switch. You got no choice but to listen. You sit there and you listen and you watch. Like, he just owned that stage. Liam was a beast. The whole band just owned it. And yeah, I was so impressed. And then they got off stage and, like, talk about humble. Like, I do these ones. When it comes to Cancer Bats, they're all that, and they walked off stage and said, "Thanks so much for playing with us to us." And why? We're thanking you. You don't thank us. But it was just so good, and it's just really good to see what I believe bands at that level be humble. It's so rad. It's so I've played with a bunch of bands, international bands, some amazing, what you might call superstars that have been a little bit not so decent. Yeah, to bands like us, to the local bands or whatever. But they were just awesome, and I will go out of my way to if we ever play shows in Canada or whatnot, I will go out of my way to go and see them guys and have a beer, because they were just absolute legends.
I thought you were going to say you go out of your way and you put their name on the door so they can come and watch you for free.
Yeah. I dare say it's not like that, no doubt.
Now, on the subject of international bands, mate, and I'm not saying for 1 minute that any of these guys who you were just talking about not being nice, but it's things have just been so good in the PistonFist camp for the last 18 months. Like, you've been ticking boxes, mate, like supporting Jane's Addiction, Smashing Pumpkins, The Poor, Alice Cooper, now the Cancer Bats. Like, it must feel good to finally get respected, I guess, in the industry enough to get these supports. Like, you've been trawling for a while, but it's coming full circle.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. We have we've definitely busted our bums. We did the Australian New Zealand tour last year with Anders and Waylon, really, really good guys, and we had a fat time. Smashing Pumpkins was great, but yeah, it's the one for me that's a bit of a standout was the Alison Cooper show. It was amazing, and it was really high. Like, we've never been looked after so well at a show. We really, really got looked after by the crew, and yeah, that was amazing. We're fortunate, no doubt, but at the same time, I take nothing away from us.
You make your own
luck. We worked hard.
Yeah.
We've worked on all the things too, and this is one for the kids that are listening, the young bands and stuff. The social media, the consistent rehearsals, the just busting your balls. I don't know. It's well worth it, and I think the point, that the thing is, we love it. It's not, you know, we're not making money. It's costing us money, no doubt, but we love it. That's where it's at. And I think if you don't love it, don't waste your
Don't
time.
even start. Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, you're in the same place with the magazine, no doubt. You know, you don't make millions of dollars or anything, but if you didn't love it, you just wouldn't do it. Simple as that. This has got to be my quote of the last few years. I probably say it on the weekly. If you don't love it, you wouldn't do it.
I've heard it a couple of times.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
Speaking of playing and touring, mate, PistonFist aren't far from boarding an international flight and taking yourself over to Europe for a massive run of 24 dates over just 5 weeks. Like, are you ready, bro? Like, fuck, I know you've done a lot and you've been doing it hard here, but are you ready? Like, it's a big emotional thing as well as financial and commitment. It's just, are you ready, I guess, like all over?
I don't know. You know, we're doing it. We're absolutely doing it. The work involved behind the scenes to make this happen has been absolutely monstrous and mental. I've got massive thanks for Joel Chaosis, for Lexi and Sherv, Sinsodo, even from Ryan PistonFist. He's worked really hard, and myself, to make all this happen. It's been a massive effort, but I have no doubt, if even like at the very worst, if there's problems consistently through borders or whatever, you know, we don't know what we're in for. We've never done it before, so we'll see what happens. But you know, at the very least, we're going to have a fat time. It's going to be a hell of an experience, and we'll walk out of there going, "Holy shit, we did it!" And it's something that, man, you know, I've had guys from older bands that I played in when I was a very, very young man ring me up and go, "Dude, you're doing it. Are you serious?" So it's a huge thing for me. It's something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and it's something that I thought was unattainable. So to actually be doing it, pretty stoked, no doubt.
Yeah. For those who don't know, and there's probably a few, mate, because you're the sort of bloke that's not going to tell people and not going to bitch about this, but the tour, it very nearly fell over at the last hurdle. Like, it was organised initially with a big headliner that would have guaranteed bums on seats. Yeah, after you'd paid for everything, done all the planning, that all went to shit for whatever reason. So it's left to you guys to salvage it yourself and put it together. But how close were you just to throwing your hands up and go and put it in the too hard basket?
Well, I think between two of us, two of the bands that were doing it, I think we pretty much had mentally pulled the pin. We were like, oh well, we've just thrown away some money. And I'll take my hat off, because Sherv and Lexi from Sinsodo, they were like, oh hell no. no. And they pulled us up, and we pushed forward with it, pretty much because they said we've got to do it, and they're dead right. We did have to do it because we worked so hard. So, you know, so what happened? Long story short was we put to the venues that we were booked with to play the shows, that we'll bring 2 cover bands, or 2 tribute acts that we would bring on board to play the shows. So between the 3 bands, long story short, we put together a Slipknot and a Prodigy tribute act each, and they're now our headlining acts.
Right.
So there's a bunch of us that are playing more than one show a night. There's a couple of lads in there that are actually playing 3 shows on the night. And, yeah, the show must go on, you know. That's exactly what's happened. So we're going to be busy. We're going to be tired. We're going to
be cranky.
Have to fight through. Yeah, we might be a little cranky. There's not many days off in there for rest and relaxation as such. I'm hoping we still do a bit of touristing and see some rad stuff and stuff. But yeah, we just did what it took, and you know, there's a lot of bands out there that talk the talk, but I dare say ourselves in Soto and Chaosis, we're actually walking the walk. We're doing whatever the hell it takes to make it happen. So really stoked.
Yeah, but then you're not fucking around when you say personally that you'll literally do whatever it takes. Because one of those tribute bands you were talking about, Prodigy, you're going to be trading your gravelly voice for makeup and a funny hairstyle when you assume the role of Keith Flint from Prodigy, mate. Like, how the fuck did they talk you into that?
Isn't it? I mean, it'll be fun. You know, like, the Prodigy, there's not a great deal of lyrics in there, and it's just we'll just be bouncing. Sherv's jumped in it with me. He's the other half of the Prodigy, and Ryan's playing drums, and we'll have a ball. It'll be rad fun. I have no doubt. You know.
How are you going to do your hair though? Like, are you putting on one of them like swimming cap wigs with the hair already into it? Or what are you going to be doing?
No. We've it is what it is. There's no hair there. We're just I don't know. We're just going to make it happen, I suppose, and just try and enjoy the moment. I have no doubt it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. We're lucky enough. We've got the legend coming with us to do sound, Matty Cutlass. He's all over it, so he's going to make us sound amazing and make it work. We got plenty of lighting and stuff like that, so you know it's going to be a heavy metal doof going on all over Europe as far as me and Sherv go. We will have a ball. I'm actually looking forward to it. I was very concerned when it first came around, but I've been rehearsing it a bit, and me and Sherv had a really rad rehearsal the other night. We did a dress run, and it was sick. We had a ball.
Yeah, well, I might be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure Prodigy are British, aren't they?
Yep.
Audio, so in your best pommy voice as Keith, give us the intro for Firestarter.
Well,
come on, you're on the spot.
If I can put on the spot in it there, Crispy, in it. If we'll get the Firestarter, we'll get the rock and roll, and we'll get some pieces bouncing in there. There you go. That's about how it's going to be. I think we're going to roll from the Australian version of the Prodigy, and we're not going to overdo the British accent, especially in the UK. I reckon we might have to fight our way out of a few venues if we push that UK accent too much, because I know personally I'm pretty shit at it. So I might just give that a big wide berth.
You started off bad and got worse then, mate, so I'll probably shelve it.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We're going to have a fun time. But I reckon we're going to overdo the Aussie accent on the Prodigy thing, and it's a bloody Firestarter, isn't it, you bastards? Get moving. You know, that's how we might take that one on.
You should change the name like Bushfire Starter or something like that, like make it Aussie.
Absolutely.
So not only are you going to be speaking with a stupid accent, dancing like a fucking weird cunt, and doing everything else, but for the first 5 shows of the tour, you're going to step back into a drum stool in the role of singer-drummer for the first time in ages. Because a drummer, basically a normal drummer, couldn't get an early hall pass to go over. So
yeah, that's exactly what's going on. It's I haven't played drums for a long time. It's been probably 6 or 7 years since I played drums, especially in a live setting. So I have been rehearsing a hell of a lot, and them first 5 shows, I'll tell you what, I've had some fitness concerns, no doubt. There's some oxygen issues with playing drums and singing at the same time, but I think I've got it covered. I'm looking forward to it, and I do enjoy playing drums. I do enjoy belting shit. Who doesn't like hitting things?
Exactly.
You know. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun, but I dare say by the time that 4th show comes around, I'll be looking forward to seeing Ryan get off that plane as well at the same time.
It's funny because like you've only just started settling the role of singer without your guitar on. Like I noticed the other night, your hands are starting to go in the right places, but now you're stepping back behind the drums again. When you come out from that, you're going to be like eating drumsticks subconsciously. Like it's going to be wicked.
I reckon the fact that I've got to sit down and not move is going to make me want to run around like a lunatic the whole time on stage, especially after watching Liam front the cancer bat. So I think if anything rubbed off on me, it was Move.
Yeah.
My God, that guy is just he's just a beast.
He didn't
of a
stop
front
smiling, man. I don't know if you noticed, but from the very first song to the time he got off stage, that smile did not leave his face. It was
grinning.
Yeah.
And like, you know, he just made you want to smile. He just made you happy. Even to chat to before and after the shows, he just ridiculously happy and a nice bloke. It's so good. I really want to go to Canada now.
Yeah, I was going to say it's changed my view of Canadians. Like, I thought they were all dicks, but we met two of them, two decent ones in one night.
Yeah. And the whole band, man, all of the Cancer Bats and the front man from Fangs, Josh, they were all good, all just good people.
Now, with this tour overseas, bro, like, you've never actually played overseas to the best of my knowledge, but what are you expecting? Like, are you going over there with any expectations, or are you going over there with a view to whatever comes?
Yeah, we're going to try and keep an open mind, and just enjoy it. That's you know, we've been rehearsing pretty consistently, and the whole general conversation is just enjoy the tour, enjoy the shows, enjoy the cultures, take it all in, soak it up, and just have a really, really fun time. And just, you know, through all the adversity and all the drama that's come with these shows, there's just been a whole bunch of just appreciate the fact that we're able to do this, and we're in a position where, you know, we're lucky enough to go to Europe and go to the UK and play shows. I've been playing in bands since I was 15 years old. I don't want to say how old I am now, but I'm bloody old. And you know, this whole Europe thing, it always seemed to be out of reach. It always seemed to be an unattainable thing. And now we're actually doing it. You know, there's a lot of boys that I've played in bands with over the years, and a lot of them blokes have rang me up over the past few weeks and just gone, well done. And you know, holy shit, you're going to Europe and things like that. So, you know, there's a lot of, most of it, man, is just appreciation and being thankful and trying to be humble and just fucking enjoy the moment, you know.
Yeah, you're going to be going everywhere from London to Wales to Belgium, Netherlands, Poland, Czech Republic, Bulgaria, Serbia, Hungary, France, Switzerland. Fuck me. Like, where are you most looking forward to playing?
Oh, wow. That's an interesting one. I think, you know, as well as the places, like there's a place in the UK that we're playing where Iron Maiden played their first ever show.
Yeah, right.
That's like, how lucky is that, you know? But at the same time, playing places like Serbia where they don't get many acts, you know, Bulgaria that you know, isn't too westernized, you know, might be a little bit eye-opening for the boys, and all of them places. Like, personally, I want to see some of that cool shit, some of that history that Europe has to offer, that Australia, you know, we're pretty young over here in Australia. We don't have thousands of years of history. So, you know, some of them countries where there's actually still standing castles and crazy shit like that we don't get a chance to look at. Man, I suppose the whole thing I'm looking forward to, really, really heaps. I think the only thing I'm really not looking forward to is sitting on a plane for 20 hours. That's one thing that's got me not concerned, but just like, that's not going to be fun, you know.
But at least you won't have Jimmy there this time, fucking annoying the shit out of you, whinging the whole time.
Yeah, copy that. Well, you know, he would have slept that whole flight. He'd be one of them boys that was lucky enough to be able to sleep on a flight, no doubt.
Now, just say somebody stumbled across this interview over in Europe and we've got them slightly aroused. Give them a message. Why should they come to one of your shows?
Oh, mate, this is they're going to cop the essence of rock and roll at its finest, no doubt in my mind. We're hoping just, and not, you know, we do try to bring a positive message and you know, a bit of something positive when a lot of metal's quite negative, and hopefully, you'll walk out of there with a big dirty grin on your face and looking for somewhere to buy a beer on your way home.
And a PistonFist shirt on. And a PistonFist shirt on.
And a PistonFist shirt on, absolutely. Yeah.
And where's the best place to go to check out? Well, there's a lot of dates there. I can't go through all of them. So where do people go to find out where you're going to be and when?
Oh, mate, our website, our Facebook page, our Instagram page, even on the Spotify and YouTube pages, everything's on there. Google PistonFist, one word, capital P, capital F, you'll find us.
Fantastic. All right, Jeffrey. Well, thanks for your time, mate. Have an absolute ball over there, bro. I'm got to admit, I'm a little bit jealous, but kick ass over there, mate. We'll see you when you get back.
Yeah, we'll have a ball, mate. We'll make sure they know what heavy mag is. I've got about 4 heavy shirts going in the suitcase, so
nice.
I'm sure they'll see something, no doubt.